We're in a very precarious moment, especially here in the U.S. Our current leaders claim our runaway climate problem is a hoax. They don't seem to notice the floods and tornadoes and hurricanes. They also seem to think our vaccination successes lead to autism. And now a group of buffoons seem to be proud to call themselves science deniers. The public must learn some basic science to know the truth and overcome all the misinformation out there. Well, here's my contribution. My name is Jerry Goldberg. I'm a retired physicist, just written a book about science entitled Demystifying Science. The book is crafted to educate the lay public. It's written in words and images that the public can understand and grasp the basic concept of science. The book contains no math and no scientific jargon. It's informally written in a comfortable dialogue between the reader and the author. And to humanize science a bit and generate further interest in the book, I've described some important events in the lives of many great scientists. In this video, I'll show some images from my book to give you a sense of the content. Where are we in this vast universe? In the book, I've described how the earliest astronomers figured out just where we are. And now, using modern telescopes, astronomers have learned how vast, even unimaginable, is the expanse of our universe. In the book, I ask the reader to absorb and contemplate this current knowledge and think about how and why we're living on this tiny, insignificant speck of Earth, and just how do we fit in. Yes, quantum mechanics. My book tells the fascinating story of quantum mechanics, which was developed way back in the 1920s. This very weird theory proposes that the atomic world is a world of probabilities. Once the proposals were proven, we now understand how the atomic world is so different from our macro world. I consider then in my book, how do we go from the atomic world of probability to our solid material world? Even today, that quandary continues to be hotly debated. Thought of weird effects in quantum mechanics. Could you walk through a 10-foot cement wall? Well, electrons can go through their current cement wall. They can just pass through an electronic wall. And now, DNA. Discovered in 1953, DNA molecules contain the master plan, which determines who the unique individual each of us becomes. In the book, I tell the DNA story and also continue with the tremendous advances in understanding how DNA works. I introduce and explain the CRISPR technology, a marvelous new technology recently developed. Using CRISPR, doctors can now exchange an erroneous gene in a human sufferer and replace it with a functional gene. As in the great successes, it was used to eliminate a faulty sickle cell gene. And now, just recently, doctors have used CRISPR gene editing to save a newborn infant who was born with a terminating liver ailment. To edit that bad gene out, the baby can now look forward to a normal and full life. History of the humans. In my book, I tell the story of humans emanating from an ancestor, ancient ancestor, who lived about 13 million years ago in Africa. Please understand that ancient ancestor who lived millions of years ago Since then, it's only been about 600 years that we have gained our scientific knowledge. It's all brand new, and with today's research promising ever more. In the book, I note that research today may provide viable products tomorrow, such as using the DNA molecule for almost endless information storage for computers, and then tiny nanosensors placed directly on alien organs to detect problems there and disperse drugs directly at those sites, and then quantum computers, human cooperation with artificial intelligence on far-reaching, unimaginable projects. In the words of the famous singer of the early 20th century, Al Jolson, "You ain't seen nothing yet. Citizens of the world must master the basics of science so we can select leaders who understand today's worldwide dilemmas and miseries if we shall ever overcome the gigantic problems we now face." My book fills in all the many details which the above images and comments suggest, and it also presents numerous concepts and theories and explanations of many other subjects in today's science. Please visit my publisher's website. Thanks for watching.